And welcome back to Cities Skylines of Charlatan, and this is episode 4. How exciting. So yeah, thought I'd try something a little different today. Why not? So just a little short cinematic of what's been built and what's going to be built in this episode. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's always very intimidating to try and set down that first entry block into the city, you know, the main thoroughfare of the actual city itself. But yeah, thought I'd go with a hexagon shape this time, see how that works out. Basically a glorified roundabout, but on a really big scale, with core services as an extension of the services park that we built in the previous one, right in the heart of that hexagon. And then the first big suburb around it, with some shops and a future allocated section for offices, with various specializations. But yeah, we'll discuss that as we get into it. Okay then, let's get into this. So yeah, here's basically where we left off last time. And yeah, the idea is, well, I initially connected that round road just to get services to the Charlatan Manor. So yeah, just gonna get rid of it for now. It'll get re-established obviously once the middle section of the city has been built. So for the hexagonal shape, I just went for 120-degree angle on each segment, and yeah, that basically gave me my run out from there. And yeah, then I just placed and went through the various services I wanted to integrate into the section, the center of it. And you'll see that once I start with that on the site with the dirt road. And that basically, then I kind of plopped them back and forth just to get the layout I wanted, and yeah, then placed them in the city. But yeah, let's get into a bit of a time lapse for it, and yeah, chat soon. really like that as the base shape. I think it's gonna sprawl out into something really nice. Yeah, love it. And I really do like those assets in the middle. They're just fantastic, and they fulfill needs exactly. And I mean, I kind of see it the way that it would in a city. They generally are big office parks. At least that's the case here in South Africa. But yeah, now let's just clean up. And then yeah, the real exciting part, the very first citizens. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, as you see, I start kind of doing some mixed zoning here. Well, as far as I consider fairly realistic zoning. And then leaving more than enough space for path integration. And the roads I'm using, I'm focusing on a bicycle lanes on just about every road I'm going to add into the city. And the path as well, that will be a bicycle and walking path. I want the city to try and focus more on biking around, walking about, you know, using their own steam. And yeah, I mean, why not? And yeah, I mean, the road layout, the city by default is traffic centric and car centric, and I'm a bit of a petrol head. I really do enjoy myself some decent cars. I mean, one of my favorite all-time cars is the Lamborghini Miura. It's a thing of beauty. Whether it's a good car to drive or not, who knows? I don't think I'll ever have the kind of money to afford that car. But it's beautiful. It's better than a poster could ever wish for. And it set the tone for many production supercars, sports cars going forward. And to this day they still resemble it. But yeah, in this section you'll see, once I start doing the paths, I don't complete it here, but I do off-screen complete it, and duplicate it in each block exactly the same. So there's good flow. And yeah, that's about it for this section. The office park initially does start coming in, and then there's worker issues, as there always is with the game. But I kind of deleted and cleaning them up a few times just to make sure there's a bit more of a realistic population need in terms of growth. But yeah, let's get back into a time lapse. Chat soon. satisfying was that first population growing in. I always love that. It's one of my favorite things to watch whenever I'm starting a new city. Yeah, so here I'm just setting the scaffolding for what's going to become the future office park and kind of shopping district, at least for these neighborhoods. And yeah, here I had to do a fair amount of clearing out because I eventually did change the specialization here. The leisure just didn't make sense yet. I do prefer the assets that come with the supporting local farmers, or local produce, should I say. So I switched over to that, and the office park is going to be designated as a IT cluster, which I think should give a nice tall entrance, and then the city dips down to the services as you enter the hexagon, and then yeah, spread out to whichever section of the city you need to go. But yeah, let's get back into a time lapse for it. So yeah, just here doing the intersection markings just for the entrance section now. I'll do them as they go because I'm still not sold that this roundabout under the highway is actually going to carry the traffic properly, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, how cool is it that the center of the city, or the start of the city should we say, ended up as a heart pattern? I mean, couldn't be better. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I really appreciate the feedback. In fact, the first people that replied to my video up until now, I've named a street after each and every one. You'll find splurge pics at the top there and all the rest of them. And as we go through the city, whenever I cross over them, I'll do a little pause, just as a nod for the first people that got on. I really do appreciate it, and like I said, I do enjoy the comments. I like the interaction, and it keeps me motivated. So yeah, please feel free to drop your comments down below, your feedback, ideas, criticisms. Bring it on. Anyway, yeah, just about at the end of this. I'm going to finish out with the last bit of the speed build. And yeah, then we'll do a little day-night cycle, call it a day until the next episode. I've been Charl in the city of Charlatan.